Dan the Natural Man Show. Hey everybody. Today is Thursday and the weather's pretty dreary where I'm at. It's rainy and there's also a talk of a winter storm hitting, I think, the Midwest, and people around me are getting sick, and we're in the dead of winter for sure. And all the dreariness that comes with it, with the weather and the flu and all this stuff. But today I want to talk about something more positive. I want to talk about infections. And specifically external infections, like things you get on your arm or your leg or your abdomen. I worked with a client recently that had developed an infection in his lower leg. He got a biopsy done, like they thought it might have been a skin cancer. And a few weeks later, it developed an infection. It started to develop red rings that surrounded it. They started to spread outwards, and the area around it started to get very tender to the touch. So the infection was setting in pretty extensively. And this particular client has a history of infections because he has poor circulation in his lower legs. So it's easier for him to get an infection. Remember, like I said, one of the most important things to be healthy is you have to work on your circulation. Good circulation equals good health. So he called me up and he told me what was going on. So I said, okay, I'll make you a poultice. A pulling poultice. It pulls out infection. And it's a simple poultice. Your main ingredients, you're going to go get yourself some slippery elm bark. Slippery elm bark. You can get this, I think I probably got this on Amazon. Yeah, it's organic, like I always recommend. Slippery elm bark is good for poultice making. It's also very good, slippery elm bark, if you have any kind of IBS, ulcers in your intestines, in your stomach. Taking this every day, over time, if you take it every day, it will heal these conditions. It's very healing to any kind of ulcerative conditions. So you mix equal parts of your slippery elm powder. You want to make sure this is a bark, but you want to make sure for a poultice you buy it in the powder form, slippery elm bark powder. And you're going to combine it with food grade bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is the puller, okay? Your slippery elm is the soother. It can help with bed sores, heal bed sores, or any kind of ulcerations outside the body or inside the body, like I already said. But this is also a good binder. It gets, it becomes very gelatinous when you add water to it, and it becomes sticky, and it sticks to the infection you're trying to pull. So you're going to take equal parts of your slippery elm powder, equal parts of your bentonite clay powder. You're going to put it in a bowl or a blender or a bullet, and you're going to add just enough water to produce a wet-like pie dough consistency. You want to get it pretty wet, but not too wet. You don't want to, completely drench it, but you want to get it wet where it's pliable and you can stick it to the area of the body. Now these two alone will probably be enough to pull the infection, but I also added 6 capsules of Christopher's. This is his infection formula because it contains lobelia. And lobelia and slippery elm together is also another very good poultice for infection. So I sprinkle 6 caps of these into the mix. This is black walnut leaf, golden seal, which is another good infection fighter, plantain, which is another good infection fighter. Plantain is also good for blood infections. Bugleweed is a good puller for heavy metals. Marshmallow root is another soother to the to ulcerative conditions, and the lobelia, which is good for infection. So you just mix all this in a bowl, and then you pack the infected part. You pack it on about an inch thick. And after, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to harden. You're going to feel it. It gets hard. and you're going to feel it pulling on your skin. And so you let it do its work, and you do not pull this off. You just keep, when you need more poultices, you just keep packing the poultices. You don't pull anything off, just keep packing it on top of each other, on top of each other. So this client did this for 1 week, and it pulled the infection out. He said it pulled the pus and everything out of the leg, and now his leg is on the mend. So this is very important for all of us to know, because you know, a infection like that possibly could lose your leg. Or if you go to a medical doctor, they probably want to cut, you know, and he didn't want to go there, and I don't either, and I know a lot of you don't. So so yeah, but of course, try this at your own risk. I mean, everything in life is a risk. I mean, if you're really unhealthy, infections can become septic, but it takes a while, and you know, for a lot of people, if your immune system's healthy, you usually probably won't become septic. But it kept packing, and it started pulling, it started to get better, or started to see results. So I just want to share this because it's information that I know a lot. I mean, it's been lost. There's very few people that know this stuff anymore, and I'm here to teach. So if you have any questions, you know, ask them. If you like the video, like it and share it. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.